So looking forward, we all need to work together, and from our part, we need to up our efforts, and that's exactly what we're doing. So over this weekend, as an example, we will have 300 more officers each day exclusively working against knife crime, exclusively in those parts of London that have been most affected recently, the most, what we call the hotspots.
But it's too late,
we
isn't
also
it?
have, well, it is certainly not going to, of course, bring back people who've been killed, but this, I think you would accept, Ian, is not a job for the police alone. It really isn't.
No, but the problem you have, I assume, is that you are under tremendous pressure from the Home Secretary and the Mayor of London to do something. And whenever these situations occur, the people at the sharp end are under pressure to do something to reassure the public. And you've come out with this new strategy yesterday, the so-called Al Capone strategy. But I wonder whether that really goes far enough, and it isn't just political window dressing.
So this is a problem for London that I have been talking about for a year since I became Commissioner. When I started out, I said there's too much violence in London. The Met will be more focused on violence. That in particular includes street crime, knife crime and gun crime. I am really sad that people have lost their lives. I am, on the other hand, very relieved in a way that people throughout society and, of course, in central government and local government are now talking about this, and they are now looking much more deeply to try to work out what they can do to help us. Yes, of course, there's pressure on my very professional officers, and yes, of course, you'll be seeing us doing more of what we know how to do very well, and trying out new tactics as well.
Are you going to?
One is the so-called, I wouldn't call it that, but a newspaper did, Al Capone tactics.
Okay. Are you going to be doing more stopping and searching this weekend?
We will be doing more stopping and searching of people in an effort to suppress violence and, of course, to take weapons off the streets. So we will be doing more stop and search for weapons. Indeed, over the last several months, we have been doing more and more stop and search for the purpose of finding weapons, and we have found more and more weapons.
I mean, the figures don't show that, do they? Because
well, I think you're talking about, sorry to interrupt you, Ian, but I think you're talking about overall stop and search, and I am talking about stop and search to find weapons, and that has been increasing.
Well, the overall figures are quite stark, because in February this year there were 8,525, and in February 2016 there were 13,973. Now that is quite a drop, and we had somebody on earlier who said that there had been falling knife crime, and I think he's right in this, up until quarter 3 2014. Since then it's been on the rise, and that coincides with the curtailment of stop and search on the orders of the Home Secretary and the Mayor of London.
So I don't think that's quite right. I think actually stop and search was at an all-time high longer ago than you have said. It has come down very dramatically. I'm not here to comment on the whys and wherefores of that. It is, however, certainly true that violent crime, knife crime in London and in other cities across the UK started to increase again in 2014. You've played back 1 month's overall stop search figures to me. What I am saying to you is that stop search for weapons, as opposed to for other items, has been increasing.
By how much?
It will continue to increase.
By how much?
I can't give you the percentage, but it's been on the way up for the last several months, and it will continue to carry on going up, because weapons is what I'm most interested in.